Good afternoon. Today I have something that I find quite exciting, and it is this: the world's first 6-valve B-flat trumpet. A little while ago I bought and did a review of the world's cheapest trumpet, and you can see that by clicking up in this top corner. And that trumpet was $40, brand new, made by the finest Indian, probably minimum wage workers that could be found. People that had no skills whatsoever in metalworking, yet they churned out a absolutely awful instrument. So I reviewed that instrument, and I thought to myself, now what can I do with it? Because it clearly isn't very useful as a trumpet. So I actually had the idea of making it into a 6-valve trumpet, and for that I needed 2 of them. So I bought 2 of them. And over the last little while I have been disassembling and reassembling it to create this. Now, to be quite clear, this isn't finished, and there's a reason why it's not finished, and I'll go through that in a minute, but I want to show you where I'm at the moment. We've got a very short bell section here that comes out of this valve block that goes through, you know, the rest of the instrument. And on this side we've got the lead pipe. Ironically, this mouthpiece that I'm using, which is a Marcinkiewicz something or other, is actually worth more than the component parts here, but nevertheless. We've got the lead pipe here, which has been shunted along a little bit. We've got it going around and through this tube through the second valve block first, and then it connects through this tube here into the first valve block. Now, these 2 valve blocks are not at the same height. They are, this one is lower than this one, which you should probably be able to see, and they're also not in a perfect alignment either. Now, the reason for that was quite simple. I wanted to ensure that I didn't add any length to the overall instrument. I had to make this join here as short as possible so that it would still play in the key of B flat. And so that meant that I had to just line it up exactly where it was. If I had the ability to do complicated curves and bends in metal, which I don't at the moment, I would make these valves so they were in-lined. So we've got a trumpet that's quite a lot wider than a normal trumpet, and I haven't yet put a brace between these, this little part here, so this is a little bit wobbly, but it's still quite stable. So why isn't this instrument finished? Well, at the moment the first 3 valves work, and some of the second 3 valves work, but there is not a 4th valve, second first valve tuning slide attached to it. I'm not sure, in other words, what tuning these second 3 valves should be. So the first 3 valves are your standard 1, 2 and 3. It's pretty simple there. For the 4th valve, I was thinking about making it like a 4th valve on a euphonium or something like that. A 4th valve on some of those flugelhorns where it lowers the pitch a perfect 4th, because that's the standard 4th valve. So I was thinking about doing that. And for the 5th valve, I was thinking about potentially having it as a quarter tone, so it becomes a microtonal capable instrument. And for the 6th valve, I've got no idea what to do with it. So what I would like is your suggestions on how I should tune this instrument. The second schema that I'd thought of is taken from a concept that some very old, rare instruments have, because 6-valve instruments are not exactly a new concept. I've never seen one in B flat before, but what other 6-valve instruments do is they have the first valve lowers the pitch 1 semitone, second valve lowers the pitch 2 semitones, and then 3 semitones, and then 4, 5 and 6 semitones, so that you can play a chromatic scale descending around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the other way that I could potentially tune this instrument. The disadvantage to that, however, is that you would then have to completely relearn how you play music, because that sort of arrangement is not something that we're used to. So that's the other side of things. That's the other thing that I could do. Please write in the comments below what you think would be the best tuning for these valves, all 6 of them that I've got here. Now, I want to make it clear that this is not going to be an instrument that's going to have a particular musical virtue. It's not going to be something that, oh, that's really useful, let's get one of them. It's made out of 2 absolutely awful $40 Indian trumpets, and it's put together, disassembled and put back together by me. I have zero metalworking or brass repair training or really any expertise whatsoever. So the fact that it holds together and isn't falling apart is an achievement, at least in my mind. So it's going to be something that probably is going to spend the rest of its life up on my wall of many things. But nonetheless, I wanted to share this with you because I believe it is truly the world's first 6-valve B-flat trumpet. So anyway, I said the first 3 valves are working, so let's play something with those first 3 valves.